Now we are going to check in the chapter of fuel system the service on the primary filters or water separator filters. What is the recommendation for service on those water separator filters? Depend on what? Depend on how much you use your boat.
Yeah.
And also depend if you have water accumulated in the bottom of the filter. If you have water over there periodically, what is the solution? The majority of the people say, oh, I open the drain, I drain the water, when the fuel is coming out, I tie, and finito, that's it. You need to find where is the source of the water. Excuse me, I found that in the morning in my boat, water here in the bottom of the crystal, in the bottom of the bowl. Okay, I drain the water, I tie again, I run the engine. With the engine running, no problem, I stop the engine, and later in the afternoon I check again and I have water again. This is a normal condition?
No.
No. You have for sure water in the fuel tank. What is the solution? Number one.
Clean the water.
Okay,
Clean the fuel.
flush the tank.
Clean it.
Flush the fuel. There are companies dedicated to polish the fuel. They pass the fuel for a polisher system with filter like this. They separate the water and they return the fuel clean in the fuel tank. Okay, this is number one, but you need to verify why the water is entering. How the water entered in my tank. You need to analyze the logbook and verify what was the service in the fuel system, in the fuel area recently. Probably you found it that somebody replaced in the fuel tank the fuel level sensor. And if you check over there, the gasket is not the proper gasket. Or the gasket is like this, and humidity is entering because the fuel is here and the deck have a leak of water. You need to identify the source of the water. Excuse me. Other important question is where you fill your tank last time. In the regular area where you fill normally? No, because I visit Bahamas a couple of weeks ago. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, this is bad fuel from other place. Or I visit the Caribbean, or I visit and I use a cheap fuel in that. Oh, right. All right. Normally, when you visit other areas with a cheap fuel, that fuel have water. I received a phone call from one of my customers recently, and he showed to me that the fuel in that place is in one of the islands in the Caribbean. It's full of water, but you can let the fuel in a plastic container for 24 hours and the water is not separated because they added additives and the fuel is emulsified with the water all the time.
What?
For that reason, if you put in regular condition in a plastic container, the water is down and the oil is up. That's simple.
Yeah.
But that one stay mixed, stay emulsified because the additives. That's catastrophic. It's in one island. Chris Caddo. He was one of my students here. He lives in the catamaran right now. Yes, you need to identify where is the source and eliminate that source of water. Okay, if I found that recently water in my filter and I found that the color here not good, I need service. I need service my filter. And we are going to do that process right now. Okay, number one is identify in the body of the filters. Of course, it's supposed that you have shut-off valves here and here. You need to isolate the filters. No? Okay? I recommend run the engines, preheat the engines at operational temperature, stop the engines, close the valve, and isolate the filters. Number two, verify the serial number and the model, and order the elements, the O-rings and the gasket original for this filter. Original. Okay? according with the microns and according with the model and the serial number. All right, as soon as both ends and as soon as both valves are closed, the next step is prepare buckets and containers in the bottom with the oil absorber racks. Prepare the condition, clean the area, put the buckets. And I recommend put blankets over there because there are a lot of bolts, a lot of screws that drops. And you need to be careful because those bolts are in aluminum. If they drop, it's not possible to recover with the magnet. Okay, great. All right, you drain both filters here. You open the valve and you drain in the containers. Of course, to drain completely, lose the caps. Remember that you have, in this moment, both valves, you have both valves closed. You drain both filters, and now we are going to remove the cap. As soon as you remove the cap, you have one O-ring here. I recommend try to use the tools, the proper tool, to remove those gaskets, those O-rings. All right? And we are going to replace this O-ring. Also, in the handle, we have another O-ring, orange. Remember, the majority of the O-rings for fuels are orange. Okay, you have another here. With this, you remove the O-ring also. Also, you have the element. We are going to replace the element for the new one. According with the color and the microns, we are going to replace for other one exactly the same. This is 30 microns. Remember, I recommend 30, 10, and 2. 30, 10, and 2. 30 normally is red. 10 is blue. And 2 is brown. And now you are ready to remove the button. Let me explain the button. In the button, we need to remove the collar. Number 1, we are going to remove this. Okay, we remove the valve. We remove the cap. Okay, and now you have the ball ready. What is the process? You need prepare socket and wrenches. We are going to remove the balls. Okay, right now the collar is free, guys, and the ball is free, if you see. Here we have another O-ring, or here, you see the groove? It's another O-ring, like this, here or here. You remove the O-ring over there, you remove this. All of those elements should be clean. I recommend gasoline. I love it gasoline. Okay, look at this. This element is the
float.
And be careful with this because it's sharp. Normally you need a rack to open this. Here is the float element. Let me explain. What is this? You have here one seal, and the seal have lips, and the lips should be facing up. And internally you have a ball in aluminum, and the seal facing up. Okay, and the basket, you see? Be careful with the position. Take a picture about the position in order to put it back exactly in the same position. This element is the filtration element. Normally this is clogged. This is clogged. You need blow at high pressure and clean. This element should be introduced in the gasoline, and after that blow, verify that it's completely clean in both directions. In the gasket, when you receive the kit, you receive those O-rings, the orange O-rings for the fittings, the ball. The kit is complete. Okay, now the tunnel, be careful with this. The majority of the people only open the cap and replace this element. And that's it. They put in back the new one, put in back the cap, and bye-bye. You need disassembly the filter like this. And now the tunnel is free, you see? Yeah. And now you clean the tunnel, you put in back the new gasket on the cap, the new gasket on the handle. Are you ready? You clean the ball like a mirror, completely transparent. You put in back the seal here or the seal in the group of the tunnel. You clean the float with the element. You put in back the new ball. You put in back the new seal facing up. And now with the tunnel completely clean, that's it. You don't need more. With Vaseline, you put this O-ring over there in place, because normally the filters are located over there. It's difficult. Okay, you put the O-ring with Vaseline, and now you are ready to put them back. The color. The color. You see the color here? And now the bulb. Okay, pay attention, my friends. You replace the filter for the new one. You put back the filter. You replace the O-ring here, the O-ring over there in the handle. Before you put the cap, this is the situation, guys. Before you put back the cap, you do this. You replace all the seals, all the O-rings. Both valves are closed. Now the elements are clean. The filters are replaced, the O-rings. With a portable tank, you fill until the top. You put it back, the cap. You put the handle but not tight. And now you open the valves a little and you verify that fuel is coming out. And you move it, this cap, and you tight slowly with both valves, open a little and fuel coming out. And suddenly, you tight. And you tight both of them. And now you open the valves completely. Now the filters are full. Because you preheat the engines before, now start the engines is easy. You start the engine again and you verify that you don't have bubbles here. If you have bubbles, you lose a little here and you spill fuel and you tight again. Okay, with the engine running, the engine is running and you see a little more bubbles. Spill more fuel and tight again. No bubbles, the engine is running. You let the engine running 15 minutes. You stop the engine again and you verify that you don't have bubbles with the engine off. You start the engine again and verify that the engine starts quickly. Now we are going to analyze this gauge, the gauge that you have in between both of them. If you check that gauge have one special mark. Let me do the mark in the board. Look at this, guys. This is the gauge, and the gauge normally have one area in the middle black, other area here clear and clear, normally yellow and yellow. But and the needle normally should be located in the middle in the black area, indicating that the condition of both elements in the filter is good. If the needle is located here, the elements are clogged. If the needle is located here, you don't have filtration, it's open, they are broken, or you don't have filters internally. Normally the needle should be located here. This is a vacuum gauge. You need to be familiarized with that needle, because this is for the engineer, for the service, for the responsible, an indicator that you have good elements, or you need to replace the filter as soon as possible. When the needle stay to go a little back in this area, is an indication that you need to replace as soon as possible the elements. If the needle is here, it's because the filters internally are broken.